Hi guys, my name is Jace and this is the 2026 World Championships Asia Finals for the Gundam Card Game. Okay, so the stream started a bit late, so we're already at level 2. Note here that my hand is horrendous. It has 3 striker pack, 1 06 base and 1 hero Yui, so everything that you're gonna see is pretty much off the top of my deck. So we are lucky to have pulled the Lifrit here, which buys me some time. So at this point I'm quite relieved that he doesn't have Gundam Aggro. If not, I would be really behind. And I think if he did have it, there'll be no way to come back for me. He goes with another Hyakuren. So at this point, we were fortunate to pick up another Lifrit, and here we play the Striker Pack. Striker Pack, I chose to spawn Sword instead of Launcher simply because I needed it to die so that I could start clearing the Striker Packs from my hand. Also, it trades into the Hyakuren, so yeah. So at this point, he sets his Mikazuki and pings one to the Sword Strike, and immediately I knew he was going to follow up with another one, so it's unfortunate that we lost a unit like that, but for better or for worse, we managed to bait out 2 Mikazuki, so that's the silver lining, I guess. One wing 0 here, which was quite concerning because my hand didn't have one and there was nothing to play towards. Here we burst a Kira Yamato, which was very fortunate because I had an ill strike with no pilot, so it really saved me. Okay, so at this point I had 2 options. I could either play Perfect Strike and follow up with another 2-cost blocker, or I could come down with my ill Link. But I had to slow down the game, if not he would completely overrun me, so here I decide instead to play the ill Link. Sorry, I'm taking a while to think. Yeah, there we go. So the ill Link bounces 1 Hyakuren and he swings into the other Hyakuren. For the newer players, you might be wondering why we attack the Hyakuren instead of the piloted Hyzak. Simply because the Hyakuren has no pilot on it, and so it can get stronger, but the Hyzak is already fixed at this 4-3 stats for the pilot, and if you pilot the Hyakuren, it's gonna one-hit your my current base, so we're definitely getting rid of the Hyakuren. Yeah, Fatal Strike here. Okay, I think at this point of the game, I was feeling a little bit more comfortable, seeing how he's not snap playing his moves, and he's attacking my Aerostrike with the Isaac here, which is a great relief for me. I would have felt more pressure if he would have put both units into my base. Alternatively, he could have swung the worker into my Aerostrike and ping it off, but he didn't have it, which is of course good for us as well. Okay, so here we are going with the perfect strike. Wonderful opportunity to use this effect, because right now we're just buying time and trying to draw a wing zero. We're going in with the striker pack into sword strike again. Same reasoning, the sword strike trades into the Hyakuren. So if he were to turn both Hyakuren into me at this point, I would just trade both off. It's fine. Okay, so fatal strike here. Okay, so the consideration whether or not to block here is if you were to let this pass, the second Hyakuren would probably not be attacking, so it would grant him a free hit. So I had to trade here so that I could follow up next turn. So here we are at level 7 resource. Yeah, I also do note that we are playing slightly slower because there is no time cap for the finals, despite there being a timer there. For those of you in the comments and watching, definitely some of you will be wondering why am I wearing gloves. I have very bad sweaty palms, yeah. So my whole deck tends to stick together. Okay, so we're going with the Wing Gundam with Hero Yuri, and we're attacking the Hyakuren. So why Hyakuren and why not Tall Geese? Simply because if I were to pick up an Aerostrike, it will give me more value for the Aerostrike next turn. Okay, so the Tall Geese token attacks here, and we are considering whether or not to block, which I eventually do, and here's my reasoning for it. I have a 0-6 base in my hand, which I really needed to play down, and if I were to let the Tall Geese pass and live, I would then have to trade my Wing Gundam into it, and the Wing Gundam would it's not great value for the Wing Gundam. And if I were to not trade with the Wing Gundam, then it's very easy for him to 2-hit my 6 health base. So we just go for the trade there. And he pings my Wing Gundam to 1 HP left, which is very fortunate for us because we can get one more unit value off of it. Do take note that at this point I still did not have a wing zero in my hand, so it was quite frustrating not having the ultimate end game. Yeah, breach 1 here. We finally take out one of his shields, and there we go, the 0-6 base. So at this point, if it was the Torgis token alive instead of the 2-2, next turn he would definitely be able to clear my 0-6 base if I hadn't played any blockers down. So this puts me in a more comfortable position, because even if I were to let both attacks in, the base will still be intact. Yep, so it's an easy block off here. Yep. And so seeing how he has passed, we are in a very comfortable spot. He has 2 cards in his hand, if I'm not wrong. So definitely feeling more comfortable in this position. I'm a little hesitant to attack here because one Amuro link with RX and Amagona. But I mean, if I'm gonna drag out the game even more, he's gonna have chances to draw it. So we opt to push for damage here. Yep, here we're gonna remove the 2/2 and breach his Corsica base. Yeah, so at this point, if he were to put down a Gundam Amuro link, it would be over. But seeing as how he hadn't played an Amuro in an earlier spot to gain board advantage, chances are he didn't have it. So I wasn't all that worried, but still. Yeah, here we go with the Barbatos. And Angsha. And the last card in his hand is it's a Guxian, and he is out of hand, which is always good news for the wing player, because we can handle things on the board, we can't handle things in the hand. And at this point, I finally draw my wing 0, which is fantastic. Yeah, I know to some that the play is obvious here, but I mean, when everything is on the line and you have no time limit, there's really no harm in taking your time. And yeah, I was super nervous, as you may or may not be able to tell. So we are really, really taking our time here. And here the wing gunner opts to attack the shield instead of attacking a unit, because we're gonna play the 0 anyway. So if he blocks off with a Gusion, it's a plus for us. Here we attack with the Justice as well, trying to close the game next turn. Yeah, only one thing left to do. At this point, you may think that, okay, the wing's got the game, but I was still terrified. He could draw a Show of Resolve into the RX link, which he has not shown a single part of it throughout the whole game. So, but the moment he shook his head, we were feeling pretty good about it. Okay, yeah, that's game. Yep. So, I mean, the game is pretty new. If any of you would like to discuss any misplays that I might have done, or anything you would have done differently, please drop it in the comments, and we could have a discussion there for improvement for myself and for anyone that's watching. Yeah, thank you all, and we'll see you the next time.